Hello once again everyone and welcome to Kruznik Sanctuary. I'm your host Kruznik X and we are back on the Dancer's Path for more in this very interesting journey. In the last now before we talk about that, we might as well talk about what we got up to level 68. So, first up at level 66 we earned the ability Fan Dance 3, which is a 25 yalm 1 second recast instant cast that delivers an attack to target and all enemies nearby with a potency of 200 for the first enemy and 50% less for all remaining enemies. This can only be executed while under the effect of Flourishing Fan Dance, which is gained by using either Fan Dance or Fan Dance 2. Each ability has a 50% chance of granting Flourishing Fan Dance. Also, we gain the level 68 trait Enhanced on Avant, which allows us 2 charges, which allows for the accumulation of charges for consecutive uses of on Avant, which gives us a maximum charge of 2, so I can use it very quickly in succession, though I probably won't. I mostly use it for dodging stuff, but anyways. So, in the last episode of the Dancer's Path, we came to Gridania, who was suffering the same affliction. Apparently, this is due to the Totentans, a ethereal manifestation of dark and negative energy. Our next step and that's our mission as Troop Falsiam, to prevent the Totentans from ever being danced again. Our mission will lead us into Ishgard next, so let's not waste any more time and get right down to it with the level 68 quest, High-steppin in the Holy See. Ah, Chris, your timing is impeccable. I just received word from Ishgard. The powers that be have decided to welcome Troop Falsiam with open arms. Fortunately, there are no rumors to suggest that the Totentans has already struck in the city, or any of the surrounding regions in Kurthus. And yet, word has it that some of the less privileged residents of the city have grown increasingly vocal of late, not entirely unlike what we witnessed in Uldar. We must be vigilant. And so I would like to ask you and Rana to make for the Holy See as soon as you are able. I would join you, but I fear my wounds are not healing as quickly as I'd hoped. I would only slow you down. Leave it to us, Mistress Nashmeira. No matter what shadows plague the people's hearts, there'll be no match for your 2 favorite protégés. Come, Chris. Ishgard awaits us. Which way was it again? Well, here we are. Why, my arms and legs feel like they're going to freeze and snap off like icicles. How can you even bear this, Chris? I've gotten used to it. I suppose adventurers like you get to experience all sorts of climbs in your travels. Perhaps with time I'll get used to it too. Anyhow, our first order of business is to pay our respects to our hosts. I've been told that one Sir Handalo awaits us at a place they call the Congregation. I take it that you know the way? Yep. The Congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. Good evening, Handaloop. Long time no see. Well met, Chris. It is always a pleasure to welcome you back in Ishgard. Though I must say I did not expect to see you return to us as a member of a traveling dance troupe.
Just wait until you see him on stage. He's a sight to behold. Oh, but forgive me. My name is Ron Amigo, and I thank you for opening the gates of your fair city to Troop Balsiam.
The pleasure is ours. I must confess that I found the report from our friends at the Twin Adder regarding this Dance of the Damned somewhat difficult to believe. But if even a great hero like Chris here would come all the way here for this purpose, I would be a fool to dismiss the threat. And yet, I have questions. The instructions from your mistress Nashmeira called for rounding up prominent members of the commoner class and seating them front and center at your performance. I did not object, of course, but whatever purpose is this meant to serve?
The Totentans is a plague that spreads from one man's heart to the next, and those whose hearts weigh heaviest with anger, fear, and unease are often the first to fall prey to its clutches. If we can assemble influential members of the community and free their hearts from shadow before disaster strikes, these men and women could, in turn, raise the spirits of their peers. Mistress Nashmeira believes this is our best hope for curtailing the spread of the Totentans.
Where the leaders go, so others will follow. I suppose it is as logical a course of action as many. Very well. I have already identified suitable personages and extended to them an invitation to your performance. The venue will be before the Gates of Judgment. We believe this location will be most accessible to those who live outside the city walls.
Thank you kindly, my good sir. Well then, Chris, we'd best get on our way. We don't want to keep our audience waiting out there in the freezing cold, do we? Oh, why did I remind myself about the cold? Arrgh!
Great, during a blizzard. This is gonna be joyful.
Talk about an imposing audience. Now, let's give them a show to remember. Oh, and Chris, let's keep the true purpose of our performance to ourselves, all right? We don't want to cause a panic, after all. If we can draw out and dispel the darkness before the Totetan strikes, our task will be that much the easier. And besides, we want our audience to enjoy the show, don't we? I must admit, I'm a bit nervous, but I know we'll be fine if we trust in each other. All right, here goes nothing. Watch closely and follow my lead. Ladies and gentlemen, fair citizens of the Holy See, hailing from distant Radzadhan in the east, we are Troop Balsiam. Today, we dance for you the Kriegsdance, an ancient art passed down to us from the days of yore. Though the Kriegsdance was born on the battlefield, it is a dance that brings healing and succor. Your people suffered for too long the horrors of the Dragon Song War. Let our performance fill your hearts with hope and heal any scars that may still linger. And now, without further ado, let the show begin. I've never seen dancing like this before. It stirs the very depths of my soul.
Just watching her, I can feel all my pain and anger melting away.
Well, shit. Pay no mind to those ominous clouds. It's all part of the performance, you see. Yes, Troupe Falcium spares no expenses in treating our audience to a spectacle for the senses. That's your cue, Chris. Now sweep those nasty shadows away.
Yeah, sure, leave me to do the hard shit. Leave me to do that again and I'm kicking your tail. When I received a sudden invitation to this performance, I didn't know what to expect. But that was simply remarkable. Ever since the show ended, my mind is clear, and all my troubles just don't seem so bad anymore.
And I the same, I must say. That last scene where those fearsome shadow beasts appeared was particularly dramatic and invigorating.
It's the strangest feeling. Even though my lot in life hasn't changed one bit, I feel like I'll be able to face tomorrow with my head held high.
Oh, you folks are far too kind. But I thank you, one and all. Never in my life have I felt so proud to be a dancer. Nothing quite like seeing all those smiling, satisfied faces. Don't you agree, Chris? Just the thought that we were able to bring a measure of happiness and hope to those proud, strong people makes all the hard hours of training worthwhile. And can you believe it? We were even able to stave off the shadows before the Totentans even struck. I do believe we've more than done Nashmeira proud. Yep. I dare say our job here is done. So why don't we head back to Gridania and share the good tidings with everyone? I'll race you there.
All right. Wait, where's Nashmeira?
Chris, it's Mistress Nashmeira. She's gone.
What? Settle down, Rana. Nothing ill has befallen our leader. She has simply taken a leave of absence, entirely of her own volition. She said she had a matter to attend to with an old friend, the same friend who introduced her to our patron, Master Gigaruju, if I recall. She was reluctant to go into detail, but it would seem this individual is also familiar with the Totentans, and has been researching the situation in Alamigo on our behalf. Miss Nashmeira means to join her there, and scout a suitable... and scout a suitable venue for our ultimate performance. She has asked that you and Rana continue training on your own until such time as she summons us.
Would it have killed her to at least wait for a report? Or does this mean that she actually trusts us?
Maybe the latter?
If Mistress Nashmeira believes in our ability to handle affairs, I suppose we owe her the same in return. Now that Alamigo has finally been freed from the Garlean yoke, surely it is only a matter of time before its people are ready to welcome us with open arms. At the same time, much like Ishgard, it is a land whose people have known more than their fair share of suffering. We will need to be at our best to deliver them from the dance of the damned. You know what that means, Chris. We must train with greater discipline than ever before.
Alright. Well, we will definitely be doing just that in the next quest. But that's going to be it for this episode of Kruznek's Sanctuary. In the next episode, we will be finishing up the first half of the Dancer storyline with the level 70 quest, Save the Last Dance for Me. But until then, and thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live with PlayStation and you like this show, click the follow button, be sure to turn on notifications so you're well informed, and be sure to subscribe to me for access to exclusive live streams and videos the moment they air. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here. Click here to watch more by me. Click here to watch the next episode, and click here to watch the previous one. Until next time, Kruzik X, signing out.